Knocks down the breakaway slam.
That is as athletic a move as you're going to see right there, folks. Unbelievable.
Clark, what about the hang time?
Oh, you're talking about hang time. That fella had helium in those shoes.
Well, if you're going to pull off a 360, you better have hang time.
So it's Atlanta now after the basket by Minnesota. So it's Minnesota now. Fires at the elbow. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that. End of the floor, no question.
Griffin on the double team. Sefolosha kicks to Millsap. There's the block. Now the dish to Griffin. From 13, and it's blocked. Teague the pass to Bazemore, and stolen by Jang. Griffin goes in. Again, Griffin missing. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a win against the Raptors in Toronto.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
They get it back. Good. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First trip to the line for him here.
And as an 85% free throw shooter, his team has been able to count on him anytime he gets to the stripe.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
He's perfect from the line this time. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Teague against Griffin. Minnesota with the ball. Minnesota leading by 8. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Griffin. The Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the middle. Stolen by Levine. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Griffin inside. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Griffin's got 8 points. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Minnesota. He's checked in for Atlanta. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. The strategy included running the offense through Griffin. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. The next thing he talked about was the pace he'd like to see them playing at offensively. He wants it to be a fast-paced game, pushing tempo all the time. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
Here's Levine. There's the 3. And again for 3. The basket is good from Griffin. Griffin's got 13 points.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Now here's Griffin. Chef Teague unable to get it. His shot to go. Outside Griffin. Griffin draws the double. Shot clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the lane. He's got 15.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this.
Minnesota making some changes. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Wiggins, and Alec Burks subbed in for Levine. And then for Atlanta, Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Nelson comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Schroeder in for Teague. Burks with the steal. Young outside. Another shot. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got his first points of the game.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
Griffin on the double team. Nelson, no one around him. Good on the triple.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Timberwolves leading by 16. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. But they get it back. Second chance shot. That one wide left.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
It's Scola with the drive. And the shot is good.
How did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Now, here's Burks. 9-point game his last outing. Outside Griffin. And it's blocked by Scott. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, Mike Muscala.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
And the key is you look at the steal totals for this team. They have really put good pressure on the offense.
Well, you know what? Pressure can lead to pilfers, and pilfers can lead to points. So we've got the 3 Ps: pressure, pilfers, points. Get it done.
Griffin in at point guard. Young is out there with Payne. Then there's Muhammad. And it's Burks in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Here's Schroeder. No good. And Minnesota now the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in Utah are hoping for a win. That's a big game.
Now here's Griffin. He had a career game last time out, bucket after bucket.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Schroeder dishes to Bazemore. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Shot from the wing, and he gets it to go. Griffin's got 17.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Alec Burks.
Here's Schroeder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kev. Mr. Perfect in their last time out against the Raptors delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 50 points, and there didn't seem to be much you could do to stop him, shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. It was
And that concludes the first half. Timberwolves lead by 6. And now let's catch up.
Doc, what's up?
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember,
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mr. Perfect.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Teague, Paul Millsap out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Thabo Sefolosha, and it's Whiteside in its center.
And the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back, straight to the rack.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Got a piece of it. Sefolosha with the steal. Teague with the ball. He has 6. And here is Sefolosha. Payne with the rebound.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Feeds to Griffin. Here's Gooding. That's good. He's got 10. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Teague with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Here's Minnesota. 6-point game. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
You know, that last game I thought was an evenly played game, but the difference was the big discrepancy in the free throw percentage in their favor. That's what helped them win.
Well, Clark, it doesn't do any good to get to the line if you're only going to hit one of the 2 free throws.
You're exactly right, Kevin. You don't want the hack-a-shack strategy to be a way for a team to beat you. You want it to be a last resort strategy.
The Hawks trail by 7. Outside Teague. Now here is Sefolosha. He's guarded closely. Pulls it up. Atlanta again missing.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebounds.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Takes a 3. Rebound Minnesota. Chang's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
For Minnesota, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Griffin. He's got 21 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
Well, you have to protect the rim, Clark. You know that. And when you do that as well as he has today, it really bodes well for your team.
Sefolosha. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Up high and down hard with the one hand.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
Griffin goes in. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And they made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
That's his